Hello again, Mason. I've brought lunch. It's your favourite. Turkey pot pie, cheesecake with blueberries and iced tea. Come on, here it comes.
We've got a visitor. He's not emotionally capable enough to understand what it is you're proposing. He's in our care, and that's where he's going to stay.
You can't legally hold him here like this. He's a grown man and he's got his own free will.
He likes it here.
Then he should say no. But he deserves the chance either way. Hello there, Mr. Applewhite. I'm going to be taking you out for the day. Won't that be fun? I'm Charles Bullard, the man who's about to set you free. Let me explain. You hate it in there. I know you do. That hospital is no place for a 29-year-old man to be living out the rest of his days. Do you really want to be an old geezer still getting dragged around that place like a baby in a diaper? There's a whole world outside those padded walls, a world of people who want to help you, like me. I work for an agency that strives to rehabilitate and reintegrate people who have been declared dangerous by society. We can get you right back on track to leading a normal life, and all you have to do is sign. They can't keep you any longer if you only sign with me. So what do you say? How's that freedom sound?
This can't be happening. This is not the end of this.
It is if Mr. Applewhite says it is. And he does. Don't worry, Mr. Applewhite. Soon you'll be a fine, functioning member of society.
There goes that new military diesel.
Humph! When will Mr. Ardman decide he finally has enough engines? This railway is getting far too crowded.
Weren't you the new engine once?
Well, of course I was once, but not anymore. I'm established.
Yes, you've certainly established yourself as a nuisance.
The indignity! I'm the pride of the line. Mr. Ardman told me so.
I think he tells that to all of us.
He does?
Any of you like coal, or can I be shunted somewhere else already? I've only got Reggie here for company, and he's not exactly the most talkative.
Well, you've never said anything to me either.
Beautiful. Now, if there are any difficulties with boarding or unboarding, we can review them.
Brilliant idea, sir.
Of course.
Hello there, sir. Just delivering the freight from Brendam Docks like you sent me to.
Hey, good work. What's your name again?
7101.
Just a number? That's unusual. You should be embarrassed.
Well, I actually never got a name. They were a little too preoccupied to give me one on the mainland, or so I've been told. Anyway, I've got to be going. I've got another run to make. Bye!
Boy, Phil's really getting into that new equipment. What's he even doing? Phil's not a bad guy. He must be doing something important. But he's been so secretive about everything. Oh well, I'm sure he wouldn't tell me anyway. I guess it doesn't matter. Unless...
Well, sir, now that that's done, I recommend that you confer with your other new diesel. I don't believe it's found its place quite yet. Can't someone else do it? I'm very busy today. We could, sir, but we assumed you'd want the engine to become acquainted with its new controller. Fine, then. After we finish covering this area.
Hello again, sir.
Hello! Hey, I've been thinking since we've last talked. Would you like to help me with a special mission, emphasis on special?
A special mission? With you, sir? Of course. What is it?
It's classified. I'll explain when we're alone.
Alright, let's see this new engine and then we can get back to work. No. How did you... Where did you come from? I thought you were sent back to... I've been passed around a number of railways recently, but I've missed Sodo. You are not welcome here. I will not have you here to endanger my engines. Mr. Altman, please. I've reformed in the few decades since you've seen me. I promise I only want to serve you and your island. I offer my humble services whenever you need them. Give me one reason I would trust you. Time heals all wounds, Mr. Altman. I've changed, I promise. Sodor has healed. Everything is going to be fine. You have nothing to worry about. I don't even have any jobs for you anyway. You're only good for collecting fallen branches, and we have no issue with trees here. Please don't sell me short, Mr. Rodman. I'm good for all sorts of work. Put me in the quarry. Stones are my speciality. We do have a quarry in need of repair. We had a rock slide recently, and we're still in the business of cleaning it all up. Perhaps I could send you... Sounds like a marvelous idea, sir. I could get started right away.
That engine. That's the same engine that terrorized Sodor back when Phil and I first met. What's he doing talking with it? Are they laughing? Something very suspicious is going on here.
Oh, I know that diesel. He came to the island with me.
He did? Did he say why?
No, I couldn't speak to him until we had arrived, and by then we were separated.
Well, if you're here to work for the military, then what's he doing here? Shh. Come on,
We're trying to be secretive here. Your engine is so loud.
Sorry, I can't help it. It's always sounded that way for some reason. They say there's something strange about it.
You know, your engine kind of sounds like a Jaguar or something. I don't know. But yeah, Phil and I used to be really good friends. One time he went on an expedition into this quarry. I mean, it's a quarry now. I don't know what it was then. And we saw all kinds of cool things. We even had to fight off a bear. Well, come on, 7101, my buddy. Let's go exploring. We're gonna get to the bottom of what exactly Phil's up to.
Well, here's the quarry, or what's left of it anyway. You'll work with Marion. Seems easy enough. A nice, quiet place to clear my mind and focus on work.
So you're the new engine I've heard so much about. I'm so very excited to finally be working with you. You know, it seems almost as though the stars and planets have aligned perfectly to unite two vehicles with digging apparatuses necessary to clear away this dreadful misoccurrence. We'll have this quarry back in working order in only a blink of time in the grand scheme of the cosmos, and the Midsodor quarry will be back into ship-shape condition for the foreseeable future. Oh, I can't wait!
I take it this is Marion. Yes. Have fun.
Good tidings, Michael.
Oh, go jump in the lake, you turkey.
Now, Mike, come on now. Don't be that way.
I'll be whatever way I want. Now please instantaneously vanish from my quarters.
But I come with good tidings.
Frank, I'd only let you in here if you arrived with a one-way ticket to Zimbabwe and a legal document bestowing me with all of your earthly belongings, which I would burn.
Mike, you couldn't possibly loathe me that much.
Well, I beg to differ, and I'm also begging you to leave. Before you arrived, I was contemplating duct-taping my knees together and entering the Boston Marathon.
That's just the thing, Mike. If I wasn't around, you'd be prone to bizarre and slightly humorous acts of self-destruction.
Let me live my life. Please vacate the premises.
Hold it, Michael. In due time. How could I possibly leave your company when I've come before you with a map to Atlantis?
Atlantis? This is utterly ridiculous. If you think I'm such a whimsical twit willing to travel an incredibly long distance on a fruitless crusade, you've truly lost touch with reality. Now, if you excuse me, I'm off to Boston. Ouch.
Need a hand?
No, I'm perfectly stabilized. Go away.
'Tis a shame you've knocked over all your recyclables, but on a brighter note, we're going to Atlantis.
No, we are not going anywhere.
They're often like this.
Going out of my wigwam this instant.
Is he still there?
I think so. You know, sir, I don't mean to be rude, but maybe we wouldn't have almost missed them if you hadn't stopped at the haberdashery on the way here.
Oh, come on, don't look at me like that. We're undercover. I can't be recognized. Oh, look, he's on the move. We need to follow them closely, but keep a distance.
I've missed the days of pulling you two, really. It was nice of Thomas to offer to share you again, but I didn't know if you'd be,
Well, we certainly wouldn't mind to.
Great, shall we take a train right now? Hello, Ryan. Where are you taking them? The quarry. We're picking up workmen for their lunch break. The quarry? Do you really think it's safe? Of course. Ryan, it's going to be fine. I promise. You can't know that. Just please be careful with them, Thomas. Watch for any falling rocks.
Ryan, you have nothing to worry about.
Is this really necessary, sir?
Absolutely. Nothing to worry about, Victor. Just a way of keeping an eye on everything.
Well, we're never going to finish work on your new engine if you're in here distracting us.
Ah, yes, my new engine. How's the rescaling going?
Excuse me, but do my wheels really need to be so close together?
Of course. British loading gauge is a lot smaller than what you're used to, after all.
Why bring along an American engine if it's going to be so much work just to get it running?
Because American locomotives are strong, Victor. I grew up in New York, and let me tell you. Speaking of which, where's the other engine I ordered from Virginia?
Well, we have no idea. We heard it arrived in the mainland, but beyond that...
It's not often that we're allowed to venture this far away from the transfer yard.
I'd rather be there, at least at the transfer yard, for never more than a few wheel turns away from a drink of water.
I quite like the mountainous environment. We're getting some fresh air and helping Mr. Ardman in the process.
And how are we helping him?
Weren't you paying attention when the foreman was explaining? With the ballast mine shut off, we've been sent to collect stones from a part of the mine they barely use. It's just a holdover until the mine is usable again.
That seems like a lot of work for nothing.
Duncan, just try and be positive for once. Well, it looks like we got our work cut out for us.
Mr. Oliver, are you sure this is the right stop? This is a station. Yeah, it's the right stop, Toad. We're delivering supplies for the whole town.
Drat! That train could be there for hours. There's nowhere else I could go where he won't spot me.
Sir, maybe we could try pulling around to another siding. You could look through one of my windows and then you could...
Mr. Oliver, look! It's Mr. 7101, and Robert Stewart's with him.
My cover's been blown.
Ryan seemed dreadfully worried about us.
I should think he would be. He's just lost his coaches in the same area, and now he sees us going in. If I were him, I'd be worried too.
I'm going to have a drink while we wait for the workmen to arrive. You two can just wait here.
Not like we have much of a choice.
So, how are you getting on?
It's very taxing.
Good. Builds character. Discipline is nice in an engine.
Alright, it's time we get to the bottom of this once and for all. I've seen all I need. I should just go over there and confront him right now. Let's see how he acts under pressure.
There. See, Duncan? Was it really that hard?
Yes, it was miserable, and in fact, I'm glad it's over, and let's never do that again.
Let's do this. He's been my friend for years, and I have to get to the bottom of this.
Come on now, let's get this over with so I can get back to my shed.
Where am I? Huh? Buford the banana?
I've come to warn you about something. Sudrian was right. There is a great danger approaching. Your friend Phil is corrupt and can't be trusted. He's lying to you. Something sinister is going on behind the scenes, and you're not going to find out exactly what it is until it's too late to stop it. You have the ability to end this, but your emotions are interfering with your ability to reason. You've had a lifetime of hardships, and Sodor represents sanctuary and friendship. The hard truth is that sanctuary has been infiltrated again, and your inability to see it will be the end of you. Count your days, because something big is coming. Stop Phil while you can. Become the hero Sodor will never realize it needs.
Oh, ow, my head.
Robert, can you hear me? How many fingers am I holding up? Robert, you had a head injury. Luckily, our medics responded quickly, but you're lucky you weren't seriously hurt.
Phil! I gotta talk to you. What are you doing? I've been watching.
Watching? Watching me do what?
There were those cameras.
Oh, that. Robert, the cameras are just a small project. You see, do you remember that valuable treasure that turned up in this quarry years ago?
Yeah.
Well, I fear someone may have stolen it. We're not quite sure yet, but the cameras are just a temporary effort to catch the thief.
Why didn't you tell me about it? I could have helped look.
The truth is, I was embarrassed to tell you. I didn't want to admit I let something so valuable get away like that.
What did the guy look like?
Oh, he was big, with a beard and a mustache.
Like some sort of beard-mustache combo?
Exactly. But we've got the situation under control. Thank you for your help, my friend.
If it weren't for Ryan and his quick thinking, Clarabelle and I wouldn't be here. He's a hero.
Ryan, thank you. I had to do it. They're my coaches too, after all. Wait, Annie, Clarabelle, what will I do while you two are being repaired? I'm glad you asked. I've decided to ask some of the engines from Knapford Quarry to come here and work to rebuild the mine. In the meantime, I'd like you and Ryan to take their place. Quarry work? And salty sea air? Oh, that'll be just terrible for my pain. Sure thing. Let's do it, Thomas.
I didn't do it.
You know, 7101, my buddy? When I was unconscious just now, I had a weird idea.
Yes, sir?
Yeah, you know, I had this idea that I should name you Bear, you know? Because you're always there. Like for me. Yeah, Bear, I like it. You know, it suits you.
Bear. Okay.
Alright, well, you know, I've had a head injury, so I probably shouldn't drive you back to the base. I'm gonna get a taxi, so I'll see you tomorrow, Charlie.
How was your day?
Not too busy. Usual sort of affairs. Most annoying thing was having Robert following me around all day.
You two are talking again?
Well, I didn't mean to be. He was keeping a distance from me the whole day.
He was spying on you.
Yeah, he's on to me about the security cameras. I had to lie to him and tell him we're only trying to catch a specific thief. Wait a second, I never showed you the headquarters yet, have I?
No. Is it finished already?
We're putting the finishing touches on it, but it's pretty much done. It should be up and running in a few days. Do you want to see it? We haven't brought everything online yet, but eventually all the cameras we've been putting up will all feed back to here. 24-hour, round-the-clock surveillance. Then we'll never again need to fear the possibility of any threats entering Sudrian soil. No meddling assistants, no cultists, no blockade committee, nothing. Everything is about to change. So, what do you think? You love it?
Yes.
Hello? Is anyone there? Help. Anybody out there, help. You might know they're just more birds. Oh well, okay.